Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for joining us tonight. Haley is on assignment. Topping our news this evening, the city of Venice could be seen as self-imposed slowdown in growth and development. The proposed change coming as the city's new comprehensive plan is in the final stages of review. ABC 7's Christopher Bradley joins us now live with more from Venice. Christopher?
Well, good evening, Scott. For all those folks who have wanted to see less growth in the city of Venice, their wish may be coming true.
I think it's a very good plan. It's getting back to somewhat of the basics of it's the vision for the city.
Since August 2015, Development Services Director Jeff Shrum has been working on a multi-year plan for Venice, one that would be easy to read for both residents and businesses.
Current plan is very complex in that regard. It's very hard to pick it up and understand what it's trying to say from cover to finish.
The current plan was put into effect in 2010. At the time, a boom in growth was only a guess.
Well, I was on council, when the plan was sent to the state and approved, and I think we did try and anticipate it.
But many have raised concerns that the plan didn't do enough to regulate new construction.
Another component we got through the public workshops was a pretty good message of we need to slow down and have less growth.
The current plan allows for 50,000 homes in Venice, but a much different tune is being sung in this new plan.
Now we're down to about 32.5 to 33,000 units, so that's a pretty good drop in the potential number of residential units.
Looking at an aerial view of the city, it's hard to imagine where any new homes could be built.
It's really just into the what was the maximum build-out potential that was allocated in the current plan versus the proposed plan.
That slowdown in growth is expected to be happy news for those who protested the new Woods at Venice subdivision off Border Road in 2015. The new plan would also limit commercial construction within the city. Councilman Kit McKeon said this is meant to be a smart plan, not a limited one.
There was not an intent to be restrictive. It was to just make it logical and meaningful.
Now, the public will have their chance to voice their opinion on the matter. There are 3 upcoming meetings, January 31st, February 1st, and February 2nd. They're all 5 to 7 p.m. at the Venice Community Center. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Christopher, thank you. Venice police are investigating a fatal accident after an elderly man was killed while walking near a senior living facility. Fire and rescue responded to the accident at Aston Gardens Drive around 12:30 this afternoon. Police say a man in his 90s was walking near the entrance of the senior living center when he was hit by a pickup truck. The victim was flown to Sarasota Memorial but later died. The driver of the truck was not hurt. Police are still notifying family members and have not released the victim's name. City officials in Bradenton are turning up their discussion on a noise ordinance. The city considering drafting a new ordinance that would be more beneficial for some of the areas that have live entertainment. The noise level limit would be raised from 65 decibels to 75 decibels on Fridays and Saturdays, and pushing the cutoff time from 10 p.m. to midnight or 1 a.m. This new noise ordinance would affect Old Main Street, 9th Street West, which is where Motorworks Brewery is located, and 9th Street East around Manatee Avenue.
The council and staff have the unenviable position of having to balance the needs of the residents and also of the business owners who are given downtown and certain areas of nightlife.
The next step is drafting a new ordinance, and that's expected to happen within the next few weeks. The earliest this new ordinance would be in place is sometime this spring or into the summer. Let's get a check on the weather now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan keeping track of it all. Bob?
It's been a really nice week temperature-wise, mid 70s to upper 70s every day near the beaches, low 80s inland today. No different, although we did have some clouds around. Those clouds are thinning out just in time for a gorgeous sunset this evening. 71 degrees. We have mostly cloudy skies. A dew point 61. That's way up there. With that high dew point temperature, we can anticipate a warm overnight reading too. Low temperatures will be right around 60 degrees to start things off tomorrow morning. And it looks like a good deal of fog will be around to start things off too, especially inland areas. Now this storm system, you see quite a bit of rainfall there and some big storms near Louisiana. That's not the one that we're concerned about. It's one that's not even developed yet, but it will be developing very fast over the weekend and eventually bring a good chance for some rough weather our way beginning on Sunday. We'll talk more about the timing and the intensity of the storms anticipated coming up in just a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Drivers, get ready to pay more at the gas pump. price predictions show 2017 could see some record increases. And as ABC 7's Bobeth Yates shows us tonight, the trend is already evident when compared to this time a year ago. Bobeth?
Well, they say the devil is in the details. And when you look at gas price predictions, long-term trends are up, but short-term figures show things are down.
Gas prices are trending downwards as they typically do in January at this time of the year.
Elizabeth Goller with AAA is talking about the slight decrease in gas prices. But the dip may not be noticeable to consumers because it equates to just a fraction of a penny per day. Still, gas prices have seen record lows in recent months, but Goller says that trend may soon come to an end because the price of a barrel of crude oil is on the rise.
The barrels are about $20 higher more this time than last year, which leads to more expensive prices at the pump.
According to statistics from the Energy Information Administration, 2017 could lead to the highest gas prices since 2014. News that has many people reacting at the pump.
Oh, it's terrible. Hopefully Trump will help it and maybe they'll end up going down eventually.
They go up, they go down. It's more of a, seems like it goes on all the time, so we're kind of used to it by now, you know.
According to Gas Buddy, in January 2016, a gallon of regular unleaded gas averaged $1.89. Now regular unleaded averages $2.33 a gallon. The price change is being blamed on OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. The group, which includes the U.S., determines oil production rates for each country. The more produced, the lower the cost, and vice versa. In December, OPEC agreed to cut production by 1.8 million barrels a day, and they may soon extend the cuts for another 6 months.
OPEC will be meeting January 22nd, and the reason for this meeting is to be in compliance and agreement so that all countries will continue to participate.
Now, if OPEC agrees to extend the oil production cuts for another 6 months, gas prices could spike at $2.49 in the coming weeks. Back to you.
All right, Bobeth, thank you. A local contract is helping homeowners upgrade their solar power systems with Tesla's latest solar breakthrough. It's called the Powerwall, and it solves one of the industry's biggest problems by storing solar energy. Panels charge the Powerwall during the day so the renewable energy can be used at night. Sarasota-based Brilliant Harvest is the only certified installer and retailer in the region. They've installed 5 units so far.
This is probably the single biggest breakthrough that we've been involved with.
It takes a few years until you have paid it off. But if you think of electricity going up in price, then that time will shrink.
An installation can cost around $8,500, but Brilliant Harvest says the next version of the Powerwall, which would be released soon, would cost less per kilowatt than its predecessor. Well, the inauguration festivities in Washington, D.C. are officially underway. Right now, a welcome celebration for President-elect Donald Trump is underway at the Lincoln Memorial, and the president-elect is now speaking. Let's listen in.
So many people have poured into Washington, D.C. This started out tonight being a small little concert, and then we had the idea maybe we'll do it in front of the Lincoln Memorial. I don't know if it's ever been done before, but if it has, very seldom. And the people came by the thousands and thousands, and here we are tonight, all the way back. All the way back. So it's a movement that began. It's a movement that started, and it's a movement like we've never seen anywhere in the world, they say. There's never been a movement like this, and it's something very, very special. And we're going to unify our country. And our phrase, you all know it, half of you are wearing the hat, Make America Great Again.
This is President-elect Donald Trump speaking at the Lincoln Memorial right now at a celebration there and a concert. We've had several bands playing throughout the last hour or so. ABC's World News Tonight will have much more on what Trump is saying and the events for tomorrow coming up at the bottom of the hour. Here at home, the 3rd annual Bradenton Area River Regatta is kicking off with a giant splash. This water stunt on the Manatee River taking place during a news conference today on this year's River Regatta. The fun includes powerboat racing, some of the fastest jet skiers in the world, hydrocross racing, live music, and a fireworks show. The free event will take place along the Manatee River between Bradenton and Palmetto Saturday, February 4th from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Inauguration Eve, just one day away from the main event that so many have been waiting for. Not everyone is going in celebration. Plus, tomorrow's inauguration, not the first controversial presidential candidate. More on who that was when we come back.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It may be January, but we live in Florida. So head outdoors for seafood and music at the 2nd Annual Sarasota Seafood and Music Festival, happening Saturday and Sunday, January 21st and 22nd from 10 to 6 p.m. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs, while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends at the Sarasota Seafood and Music Festival, January 21st and 22nd. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
So get the new year off to a great start with safety and peace of mind. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
We are less than 24 hours away now until Donald Trump is sworn in as the nation's 45th president. The president-elect and his family, including his adult children, landing at Joint Base Andrews around noon today. Mr. Trump making remarks today at the Lincoln Memorial, right at this hour, in fact. Meanwhile, thousands of people are also making their way into D.C., some ready for festivities and others ready to protest.
It's our role and the role of any people of conscience to try to disrupt this inauguration and have a massive showing of resistance on that day.
I'd love to see the inauguration close up, but we tried to get tickets and many people wanting them, so here we are excited about
change coming.
The incoming White House press secretary says the president-elect has written a powerful inaugural address. More than 60 Democrats, though, are boycotting the inauguration. But President Obama, Michelle Obama, and Trump's competitor Hillary Clinton and former President Bill Clinton will be there to witness the peaceful transition of power. Donald Trump isn't the first president-elect to face some backlash. A local presidential author says back in 1861, Abraham Lincoln's procession to the Capitol was surrounded by heavy security. Mark Weston says even Lincoln's trip into Washington was controversial.
7 southern states, including Florida, seceded from the Union before he even took office. And when he took a train to Washington, he had to go through Baltimore in the middle of the night because there were people in Baltimore that wanted to kill him.
Meanwhile, another Sarasota presidential collector has thousands of political buttons over the years, some even going back to the 1800s. We'll hear much more about David Kotak's hobby coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. And ABC 7 will bring you live, continuous coverage of the historic inauguration tomorrow, starting with a special Good Morning America from 7 until 11 a.m. ABC News will then cover the inauguration until 4 p.m., so we will not air our noon newscast. But we will have complete wrap-up of the events in our evening newscast at 5, 6, and 11. Your forecast for the upcoming weekend is coming up right after this.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Start the year off with a great deal during the Start Something New event going on now at Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Take home a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Or stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Renegade for just $14,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Wouldn't it be great if you had a sofa covered in fabric that's kid-proof? Now you can! Introducing Kid-Proof by Rowe, now at Bacon's Furniture. For a limited time only, save 40% off Kids-Proof sofas at Bacon. Just look for the little green hand and select from hundreds of different fabrics that resist almost anything life throws at it. Some fabrics repel liquid, and all the amazing styles and comfortable fabrics are easy to clean. Kid-Proof sofas, now 40% off at Bacon's Furniture in Sarasota.
Well, nice day here on the Suncoast.
Right.
80 degrees, but tomorrow for the inauguration, Bob.
Yeah, upper 40s. We're going to have a lot of folks from the residents here
Yeah.
from the Suncoast. Upper 40s, some showers, and no umbrellas allowed. So it's going to be ponchos, I guess. That's what they're going to have to do, yeah. But they will see a few showers midday through the afternoon. Scattered about, should not be a washout. The coldest day on record, 1985, Ronald Reagan, and it was 7 degrees, yeah. And you told me a little story about Riverview was supposed to play the band up there.
And the parade.
And they canceled the parade. It was too cold. I can understand why. You just imagine playing the trombone and it's 7 degrees. Not be good. We are looking at great weather here, though. Some clouds coming in from the west in advance of a storm system that's not going to have a huge impact on our weather. In fact, this storm system is going to miss us to the north. The next one will get us. And, you know, I usually show sunsets, sunrises, and beautiful days. Well, this one from Longboat Key, Steve Nicolai getting a pompano right there in the south end of Longboat Key. That was a beautiful day. That was a beautiful day. It was just yesterday there. Appreciate that photo coming in. And we are looking for not the best boating weather over the weekend as the storm system develops. So look at this. Fog overnight. That's going to be a big possibility. And mainly inland, but it could be coastal as well. Severe storms on Sunday is a there's a chance of that happening. The chance of that happening right now at 30%. Chance we're going to get rain is much higher, and the coastal flooding could be a concern as well on a Saturday night and Sunday as a result of the west to southwest wind out ahead of the front. Actually, will cause a lot of piling of the water up, so rip currents, obviously a problem. Coastal erosion and coastal flooding not out of the question. We're going to see tides running about 3 feet above average, and that's the potential right now, and that does cause some minor coastal flooding. Well, this is the storm I mentioned, which is bringing us some of the cloudiness right now. That is going to miss us. That's going to bring the rain to the nation's capital tomorrow, but it will miss us. 71 degrees right now, a few clouds around. The dew point 61, that's up there, so that means our lows tonight will be warm, and winds out of the south-southwest at 9. The pressure 30.01 inches, still high, but it has been falling. You may recall earlier this week it was up to 30.25 at one point. The high today was 77, above average of 71, and this is typically our coldest time of year, and it's been rather warm over the past 4 or 5 days. It's going to stay warm too, right through Sunday for the most part. We'll start to cool down, but just a brief little, brief couple of days really of cooler weather on Monday and Tuesday of next week. 70 right now in Tallahassee, Jacksonville at 70, 76 in Miami, 75 in Key West. And temperatures across the area, low 70s to mid 70s, 75 Max City, 74 in Arcadia. Northport, you're at 71, so a comfortable evening there. And Sarasota, Cortez, Bradenton, and Venice all in the low 70s. Tomorrow's forecast doesn't change all that much. We'll see a mixture of sun and clouds, maybe a few more clouds around, but still a nice day. We're looking for partly cloudy conditions, a little bit of fog in the morning, and high temperatures running about 5 to 8 degrees above average. We'll see some 80s in the inland area as well. This storm moves east. Another storm into California, and then another storm yet to develop here in the southern plain states will bring us big changes with the possibility of severe storms. Timing now appears to be late afternoon on Sunday and throughout the evening on Sunday. There's an outside chance we may see an isolated tornado or a twister, but a water spout, but more than likely severe weather, just severe weather. 2 feet on the seas, a light chop out there. Water temperature now at 69 degrees, and beaches will see a high of 75 tomorrow. Tides upcoming, low tide for Sarasota Bay just after 1 o'clock, a high tide at 7:05, and the forecast tonight. Fog developing late, 62 warm degrees. Tomorrow, breezy and warm, 77 for your high. South winds 10 to 15. The extended forecast is calling for strong storms Sunday afternoon and evening, and then cooler for just a couple of days. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. An update now on the largest mass stranding of a dolphin species in U.S. history. Officials say they won't remove the carcasses of large dolphins stranded in shallow waters off the western edge of Everglades National Park because national parks protect all aspects of the ecosystem. According to Mote Marine Lab, a total of 95 false killer whales were stranded in shallow waters off of Everglades National Park. 74 died on their own, while 10 others had to be euthanized because they could not be rehabilitated. Biologists are studying samples from the carcasses to determine what caused those dolphins to become stranded and die. We'll have more news right after this. Stay with us.
President-elect Trump, the oath of office just 1 day away. His cabinet picks feeling the heat on health care, on climate change. As the final inauguration preparations are made, live from the nation's capital, this is Where America Turns, a special edition of World News Tonight with David Muir.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves in providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction, and the secret's getting out. Maybe that's why so many people have chosen to list their homes with our friendly and qualified agents. After all, it only makes sense to list with a growing agency that markets in so many places. To list your home with SWC, give us a call at our office and ask for Teresa Witt.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500 starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s. Don't miss the Luxury by the Bay event, Saturday, January 21st from noon till 4 p.m. at Harbor Isle. Water ski show, luxury cars, wine tasting, model home tours, and more.
Ideologue. I am an originalist.
The American Indian Festival will be in full swing this weekend at the Sarasota County Fairgrounds. It runs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It will feature 30 artists from different tribes from the U.S. and Canada who will feature their handmade art and culture. Neat event there for the weekend here on the Sun Coast, and weekend's almost here.
It is. It looks good throughout most of Saturday and early Sunday, and then things start to change a little bit. We'll keep you up to date.
Thank you, Bob. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. Have a wonderful evening ahead.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Our goal is to do things better than anybody in the country. What makes Sarasota Memorial Hospital's program so special is that it's taking care of the patient in every aspect of cardiovascular disease. And in this community, the patients are very active. The idea is not just to get them over that operation, but to get them back to doing the things that they enjoy doing.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
It may be January, but we live in Florida. So head outdoors for seafood and music at the 2nd Annual Sarasota Seafood and Music Festival, happening Saturday and Sunday, January 21st and 22nd from 10 to 6 p.m. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs, while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends at the Sarasota Seafood and Music Festival, January 21st and 22nd. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.